You don't want another pretty pod. You don't want just anyone to speak. You don't want your time to go to waste. You want us, your favorite roomies. We're the ones you want to chase. We're the ones you want to hear. You won't let another minute go to waste. You want us, your favorite roomies. What did that sound like?
You want to know what it sounded like?
No.
You don't want to hear that, you don't want to hear your favorite roomie. It was mainly Christopher that with it. Why'd you sound so nasally?
I was trying to sound like Jesse McCartney.
How dare you? Welcome to We Used to Live Together. I'm Hannah.
I'm Kris.
And we
used to live together. Welcome back, Roomies.
Hello.
Do you know what episode it is?
What episode is it, Kris?
Let's just say that 52 weeks ago, which is a whole year.
A whole calendar year.
A whole calendar year. And this year was a leap year.
Yeah, so
take that. 52 weeks ago, we started a little pod.
Just a creative outlet.
Yes, our little creative outlet. And for 52 weeks straight, we put out episode after episode.
Yeah.
This is our 52nd episode in a row.
That's crazy.
This is our 1 year. This is our
1 year anniversary episode.
We did it.
Yeah.
I think that was one of our goals is to do a whole year straight.
Yeah.
And see
what happens.
And then reevaluate at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do just that.
Yeah, we are.
So
and we're throwing a little birthday party today.
As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, we've got our birthday sign this is our birthday sign that we've used since we lived together.
2019.
Since 2019. So we use this for every birthday, and we thought it would be fitting to use the same sign to commemorate this birthday, this 1 year birthday of the pod. We've got our cake. Can you tell us where we got this cake, Hannah?
Have you heard of a little store called Whole Foods?
I have heard of Whole Foods.
That's where it's from, baby.
And what is it called?
White chantilly cake?
I think it's called the berry chantilly cake is what it said on the sign when I bought it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's probably our favorite.
It's delicious.
It's favorite white cake, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do we have another one? We do like the milk bar
but
cakes.
that's funfetti.
That's funfetti. Yeah. So that's different. And you might also see that we're wearing special costumes.
Special outfits. Tell them why we're wearing it.
Because we wanted something that said, hey, these two peas in a pod cast.
Yeah. This like dynamic duo, like things that go together.
Yeah. PB&J.
Chips and salsa.
Yes, chips and salsa. I was gonna name more duos. What are some other famous duos?
French fries and ketchup.
Chandler and Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Allie and AJ.
Yes. That's a great duo. That's a great duo.
Chips and salsa. Which we've talked about before in the pod.
Yeah, if you guys are roomies, you would know. This is
kind of a deep cut.
This was a pick of mine.
Oh, this was a pick. Yeah, you're right.
Chips and dip.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So that's why we've got these guys on to just make it a little special.
And honestly,
Hannah loves her chip costume.
I mean,
Hannah's ready to wear this chip costume.
Let's go out. Let's go.
I will not be wearing this one out.
No, but I think we could really turn some heads.
Yes, we would indeed turn some heads. We'd be the talk of the town. Hey, for the 52nd time, what's good, my dude?
Wow. Can you even believe?
I know.
I think we have the same what's good, my dude.
I think so.
We did a tiny little baby
event. Underground race.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Spartan race.
Yeah. Just like this, like little event that like people who don't even try kind of just do, you know?
Yeah.
They just like, no training.
No training.
No.
You just kind of show up.
You just
kind of roll out of bed and show
you
up.
just kind of just like raw dog everything. Every single event, every single kilometer. It was 5 kilometers.
5 kilometers.
Which is 3.5 miles almost.
I think it's 3.1.
3.1 miles.
Yeah.
You know better than I do.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah. How was it for you?
It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. It was. There were moments where I was like, "Oh, I think. Do I want to die? Like, would death be better than this moment?"
What parts really got you?
Okay, when we're carrying the sandbag carry.
Oh, through the stadium.
How much was it for the women? How many pounds was it? 40, I think.
I don't remember.
Because for the guys, it was.
I think the girls were doing 40
and we were doing
the guys
65.
were doing 65.
AJ
Can
did
I
it with
just
us.
say-
Yeah.
why does it have to be genders? Why can't we just pick our
what
weight?
That's what I was
Okay,
saying.
well,
That's
during
what I
that
was saying.
sandbag challenge, I was going through and somebody had stopped and there was another sandbag on. She was like, "Hey, could you put this on me? I'm going to carry it back." So she was doing 2 sandbags.
Dang.
So she had, I don't know if she already had a 40. She may have already had a 65 on her,
Yeah.
but there was a 40 sitting on one of the stands. So somebody must have dropped it or abandoned it.
Okay.
And she
Dang.
asked me to put it on her. So I was like, sure, I'll go ahead and do that. And literally put it on her. So she was doing the rest.
She's carrying like 100
with
pounds.
100 pound sandbag. Yeah.
Dang.
And then also after that, I saw her doing the
double,
water jug
yeah.
carries. She was
Yeah.
doing 2.
Dang.
So there were women who were doing the male designated kind of challenges.
Yeah.
So you could have if you wanted to. I'm sure. Did you do a 65 or did
No,
you?
they were like women here. So I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. But if you had the chance, you.
I would have tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also saw some of the kids doing the women's
Yeah.
weights and stuff like that too. So
Right.
I think maybe they encourage the women and children, such as, very similar to Titanic, to do the women and children sized weights.
Okay.
However,
If
I
you
think
wanted to.
if you want to, you could do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Right.
Nobody's stopping you.
Right. No one was enforcing really anything.
Yeah.
So that one was tough. The sandbag carry, the Atlas carry.
Oh,
that was the
really?
100 pound.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I'm just not strong. I think that's what it comes down to. It comes down to like, I'm not strong enough in my upper body. When I did the Atlas, I had to like run there and run back.
How did you carry it?
Just on my,
Oh, okay.
well, the sandbag in front of me and the Atlas also in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Well, how did you carry the Atlas?
I was alternating between shoulders
For the sandbag?
and the Atlas.
The Atlas one is the one where you had to carry it. It was the ball,
Yeah.
the big ball.
Mm-hmm.
You did that on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're so strong. Oh, and the farmer carry with the jugs. That one was
yeah.
tough for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we had to stop. Well, because it was hurting my hands.
Yeah, and I did not like that there was water all over me.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
I was like, ugh.
Well, I would rather do that though than the sweaty vest. That was gross.
That was awful.
I put it on. I was like, ew.
Yeah, I was. If I could opt out on any of those, it would be the sweat.
Yeah.
The vest.
That was gross.
And
bear
that
crawl.
whole section was chaotic.
It was.
Yes.
Like, I was like, once you're done, leave. Like, why are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
What the
was,
hell
like-
was that?
Well,
And
it's
then
because
with where the vests were and like the
Yeah,
starting
I
line
think
was.
that's what it was.
And that's also where you finished. That was like too much,
too much,
in one
yeah.
area. Like,
they need to do that, redo
Yeah.
that setup. But yeah, so those, I think any of the ones where I had to use my upper body to sustain a weight, that was probably, those were the moments where I wanted to die.
yeah.
But I tried all the obstacles. I failed at the rope climb and the spear throw. So those were the only 2 that I failed. But like, I feel like I had a tough time doing it. And that's because I don't work out as regularly as you guys. So
How did you feel with the stadiums?
that was fine. That was okay. It was just like running. I didn't feel any different than like regular running.
Yeah.
Maybe I was more winded, but the steps, so we walked a lot. Did you walk at all?
A few times. Like when we got out after the onion ring and after the Atlas carry, like that walk to the rope.
To the rope, yeah.
I walked
Yeah.
a little bit and then like, but I ran as soon as like we were done with that and like heading back into the stadium, I was running again.
What
Yeah.
was your time? Your finish time?
1:07, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine, Okay, so I was 10 minutes after you. I was 117. What was yours, AJ?
I was 109.
Okay, so you guys were right there.
And I think the average was 132. So we
Oh, we were.
we
That's
were
pretty
ahead
good.
of the average Spartan racer.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely if we were to do it again, I would have to train way more. And I don't even know, how do you train for like a sandbag carry? What am I training?
You can go to F45. Because you literally do that.
How do I train my upper body?
Yeah.
By training your upper body.
I'm saying like I don't even know what the workouts would be to train my
I mean,
upper
it's
body.
just whatever you felt the most sore. Like when you were
my shoulders.
Yeah, like when you were feeling like,
Yeah.
my shoulders were gassed
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
Then it's like you just try to isolate those muscles when you're doing some exercises. So yeah, there's definitely some shoulders.
You guys do that at
and that
F45.
one in F45 all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Oh, even at home, you can just do that at home. You have weights and
I do.
and you have dumbbells and a bench.
Yeah. Well, maybe you guys will have to teach me more exercises then. Well, did you guys feel like it was easy? I feel like you said it was like piece of cake. Oh, you did.
Yeah, it's like not to be annoying, but like we've been going, like we are regular F45ers.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what we do there.
It's just like a Saturday. It felt like a Saturday workout. There were moments that were tough, like, and where I felt like, oh yeah, I'm working hard, but I felt like I could have kept going.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Because there's so much that we do at the gym that is just the exact same muscle groups.
Yeah.
Or it's just the exact same thing we do in the gym.
Okay.
Yeah. And almost like the timing of it too, like that last little stretch, like going from exercise to exercise, I was like, oh, this is just like if we were moving throughout the like stations, like
your regular like circuit or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a Spartan race and you don't know how to train,
this is a huge
it's like F45
promo
is perfect.
for F45.
No, it really was like insane.
So you felt like the difficulty level was pretty good for you guys.
Yeah.
Like you could do it because of your F45 training.
Yeah, I think if without the gym and the way that we train at the gym, I think I would have been way more sore.
Oh yeah.
And way more gassed.
Yeah.
If I didn't go there regularly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there were certain obstacles like the A-frame climb.
Yeah.
Like that was terrifying to me.
Because you're afraid of heights?
No, I don't know. I was just like, oh my God. Like, well, first I was like, if I fall, I'm just going to the ground. But if someone above me falls and takes me out,
right.
I was just, and then when you get to the top and you had to like swing your leg over.
I didn't know how to quite get over that.
I was like, oh my, this is not.
Yeah. Did you go,
me.
when you were going down, were you facing out or were you facing in? When you went over and you're doing the descent?
Wait. What do you mean?
Because AJ was facing outward and I was
How did
facing
you do
inward.
that?
Well, it's just like I was facing pretty much like when I was climbing up, I was going up the A-frame like this. And then I was just kind of like going down like on my butt because I was also very scared because I didn't trust myself or the course because it's exactly as you said.
Yeah.
One wrong move or your ankle gets caught and you fall.
Yeah.
If you try to do it way too fast.
Yeah.
Like there's too many variables for that specific course.
Did you feel like doing it facing outward was better?
It was just like I was trying to be a little bit more cautious, but I did it, so that was all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I went like
inward.
I flipped around.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I did the same.
But that was scary.
I'm so sad that I was really excited for the spear throw, but it was just like the way they set it up because the thing gets tangled.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like,
it was heavy. I also I didn't know how to like.
I've never thrown a spear.
I didn't know how to like.
That was the first time I've thrown a spear in my whole life.
And it was weird because you had to hold it in the right spot.
In the right spot, yeah.
And I don't know.
When it hit my shoulder on the way out.
Oh,
so
okay.
I think the string just messed it up.
The string, yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, I know we have to pull it back.
Yeah.
And that's the only logical way that they could do it. But
well, they could have an attendant like bring it back.
Yeah, but it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
He's just waiting next to the target.
Wait. What about the little scooter thing?
Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
That was so fun.
I like that.
I also have GoPro footage of the entire race, so I might put like a little footage of that one.
Yeah.
That one was so funny.
That one was
so
one of my
fun.
favorites was because it's some guys were doing like 2 things, right?
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I think I don't know. They wasn't very clear on if you put it one on both feet or
Yeah.
you put both feet on one of the
Did you do just one,
I
right?
just did one, yeah.
Same.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I liked the tonal machines too.
Where it counts the 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Some of my favorite obstacles were the walls because I think that's fun, jumping the walls. So,
yeah.
at the very last wall, the 6
the 7
foot,
foot,
the 7. Oh, was that a 7 foot wall?
right?
Yeah, I think it was 7 foot, the one in the parking lot.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one in the parking
Yeah, that
lot.
was a 7.
Wow, I did that. Okay, well, when I got to the top of that, I got a massive cramp in my leg, and I was like, "Oh no!" I didn't show it because I didn't want to look like a fool, but in my head, I was like, "No!"
And you just jumped?
I jumped up and I swung it over, and I was like, "Please let this go away." And then when I jumped down, it kind of went away. But yeah, that was
Oh, yeesh.
Yeah.
That's,
Cramp.
a scary place to get a cramp.
Yeah.
When
It
you
was
jumped
bad.
off, were you like, Geronimo?
no. Yeah, so overall, it was very tough for me. Well, not very tough. Obviously, I did it. So
I mean, it still could be tough.
it was tough, and I wasn't as prepared as you guys. So that's a testament to F45 training and to just training in general. If you're wanting to do an event like this, I think you really got to set yourself up for success. And you guys did that, and you did very well. So
Yeah.
good job.
Do you feel proud of yourself?
I don't know if I do.
Really?
Yeah, because people were asking me that. You're like, oh, like, how do you feel? And I'm like, I don't know. I just like, I feel like I didn't. It's because I feel like I didn't do as well as I thought I would do. So that was kind of bringing me down.
Yeah.
But
like
I did finish.
You still accomplished something that like the average person cannot do. I feel.
You don't think the average person could do a Spartan
No.
race?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I mean, they won't. I mean, the average person won't sign up for it and just do it. I mean, it takes a lot of mental,
Yeah.
like, battle to actually do it and
Yeah.
commit to it, which
Yeah.
is half of the battle, I think.
Like you still, like you said, you felt like you wanted to die sometimes,
Yeah.
but you still pushed through. Like that's
Right.
that in itself is huge.
Okay.
So
well,
don't
yeah.
be so hard on yourself. I think you should feel very accomplished.
Yeah, I think just finishing it in general is a huge.
Okay. Well, then I
accomplishment.
feel awesome.
Good. No, you should.
I just I feel like if I did better, maybe I would feel. But maybe you're right. Maybe it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Just the fact that I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I think that's all
So,
that matters.
I think better is subjective.
better is subjective.
What is objective is that you finished and completed the Spartan race, and that should be applauded.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what?
Hey,
Good job.
we did it.
We did it, guys.
Thank you for that. I think that's a perfect segue into pushing through something
Pushing through something.
for a whole year. Finishing, if you will.
That's crazy.
Did you think we would make it this far?
No.
I
Truthfully.
well, let's get into it. Our main event today, we're going to reminisce a little bit, talk
Yeah.
about our 1 year experience with the pod, and then at the end, we've got some awards to give out.
Yeah.
We've got some accolades to distribute. So let's get into it. First, how do we even start this journey?
I know.
Because we had wanted to do a pod
Yeah.
back when we lived together.
Yeah.
And I don't think we just had the equipment for one.
Well, I thought, okay. So I just feel like we have a lot of bits and we will say things
Yeah.
like, we're going to do this or
Yeah.
let's do this.
Oh, you thought this was a bit, the pod.
Kinda like I was like, yeah, like this would be fun, but I don't know if it would ever actually
do it.
happen.
Yeah.
So then when like Cassie and AJ,
Yeah.
like,
Offered.
yeah, it like became reality and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so we're actually doing this.
I think we were scared at first, right?
Yeah.
Because we never thought like, oh, we're
yeah.
at when we got to that point where it's like where we hit the record,
Yeah.
right, for the very first time. We're like, oh, okay, we're on the air, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Because it's so fun, but then also like it's scary because
Yeah.
everything we're saying is being recorded and literally published
right.
online.
We can never run for office.
No, never.
Christopher, could you just rotate your mic up
Yes.
a little bit? It's just rubbing on the salsa.
Sorry. I'm wearing the salsa is real.
It's extremely
Extra
hot
spicy.
today.
That's fine. That's fine.
So yeah, when we first began, we were intimidated a little bit.
Yeah.
And there was some apprehension there. But when I think we kind of slayed that first episode.
We did.
For our first time.
Yeah.
Back in our original studio.
Mm-hmm.
We were I feel like we were babies.
Yeah.
We were like.
It was a whole year ago. It's crazy.
What was your, when we first started versus now, like how far do you think, like what's some differences or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like we used to put so much, remember when we had agendas?
Remember when I had a whole script written out?
Now we're just like, okay, we're talking about this. All right, see you there.
Yeah. Yes.
Like we don't really coordinate.
I think we feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
What have we like? What are some things we've learned?
I think
along
a
the
big
journey?
thing that we've learned is like we're good on the fly.
Are we?
Kris, we don't prepare for episodes. Truly, we don't. Spoiler alert, we do not.
We don't.
We just kind of show up to work.
Well, and honestly, that's kind of the kind of podcasters we wanted to be, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've listened to many podcasters who that's their style of a podcast. They just show up, they say whatever comes out of their mouths, and that's just like the episode. And that's kind of what we've done.
And it's also been funny because all of the episodes that we've kind of recorded and then we're like, oh, this is a throwaway episode.
Yeah.
And it ends up being the funniest ones that we've ever done.
I think that is one thing that I've learned is like whatever we make in the moment in the studio, it's always going to seem worse than the actual final product. Because when I listen back to the final product, like the final cut of the episode, I'm like, oh, we actually did pretty well. Like that was good.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I've learned is don't take the real time moment so seriously because it's probably going to turn out pretty great in the end.
For sure.
What have we learned about ourselves? Do you think? What have you learned?
Like we're funny.
We're funny. We're funny.
No, I think
some people think we're funny and some people think we're not funny. Which is fine because everyone has their brand of humor. Mm-hmm. Do you think more people think we're funny? Like the people that you talk to, do you think?
I think people think we're funny.
I have this fear that like people listen to us and are just like cringing.
Well, then they wouldn't listen.
Oh, they wouldn't listen to us.
No, I wouldn't waste my time.
You wouldn't waste your time cringing at people?
No.
You would just listen to something else that you would find enjoyable.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is the roomies that are listening to the pod are enjoying the pod.
I think they get a chuckle or two.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be listening. Yeah. Well, in that case, I think we're killing it, baby.
I think we have like, I think our friendship really shows.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
People do say that they appreciate the relationship that we've built in the past and also that we've continued to grow here on the pod. That really shines through. So I think you're right about that.
And just like the power of us being like vulnerable, which sounds so cheesy, but I really think but we at first we were like going to avoid certain topics.
That's true.
And
I think people do appreciate.
And I think we really pushed ourselves to be brave and like, no, I'm being genuine.
No, I am. No, I laugh because I am feeling uncomfortable with that.
But I mean, like the religion episode, like we did not want to do that.
We didn't.
And then we really pushed ourselves to do that. And like, I don't know. I think it's cool that we're able to have like such a dynamic range of episodes. Like we can just be talking about our icks and then we can also be talking about our insecurities.
Which we did.
Yeah.
And we have.
Or our health journey. Like, you know, I think that's cool that we kind of have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think it's a fun, and I think that's what we wanted out of this is we wanted to cover a wide range of topics, and some of those topics are the heavier topics. And yeah, you're right. Like we are intimidated by those topics, especially like you were saying, like this is public, like this is we're recording this. People will hear it. I
don't know if it's also extra stressful because we know people, the people that are listening. It's not like we have like millions of random people listening. It's like I know.
It's like our family and our friends.
They know us, so it's like I gotta look you in the eye.
Yeah.
and there have been conversations that people have brought up to us, like. You know, have like follow-up questions, and it's like,
especially after the religion one, I was like, oh, so we're getting messages about this.
Yeah, like we had to learn how to talk about it, and like it's been really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know that we do use humor to kind of deflect a little bit, and that's part of the the defense whatever mechanism that we use, especially me. But
But yeah, I think it is. There's something special about hearing your peers talk about something serious and their experience with it. So I think you're right. I think people do enjoy, because if I heard, one of my close friends talk about something that they've gone through and that maybe I could relate to, hey, I would, right?
Yeah,
like that's
for sure.
exactly what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So I think we've learned a lot.
Yeah.
You're right, about ourselves and just the pod industry in general.
Yeah. Well, and I think just we've been showing up weekly. Well, except for me for 2 weeks, but
those were things out of your control.
we had to. It's not like we're being paid to do this. We showed up.
We're actually paying to do this.
We show up weekly, despite having jobs and having lives.
I think that's the one part. I think you hit it on the head. I think that's the one part that I didn't realize was gonna be a little difficult, right? Because we've all got full, not just us, but AJ, and, so we have to kind of coordinate, several routines and schedules, make sure that we get on calendar. Yeah. And it's been tough because it's what if you're sick? What if you have to go to work late, or, things going on? So,
right. So it's been cool. When you're excited about something and you want to make it happen, you make it happen.
Sometimes we're not excited to record.
It's the last place we want to be.
Sometimes we've called each other on the way to record and we're like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. It's rough. But I feel like even if we come in with that attitude, we leave.
Oh, totally.
In a better attitude.
100%.
So.
We sometimes will show up oh, we're so tired, or why are we here? Why are we paying to do this?
And we're always we choose this.
We're choosing this. But at the end of it, I think we're always in better spirits and higher spirits. So that's a testament to, like we said, pushing through something that's tough, because I think the end product is always going to be worth it.
Yeah.
And I think this pod has been worth it for me.
Totally.
I don't regret doing it for the last year.
Yeah.
So it's...
Imagine if I was I do.
Actually, this is my last episode. So that would be... What would you do if I said...
Dressed as a chip. Actually...
No!
Actually, this is whittling my last episode.
You're going to eat this cake and say, this is your last episode? No. Do you have any kind of favorite moments or just memories that stick out to you?
I really have.
We've done so much.
We've done so much. I loved our late to the party segments a lot because it's fun having our friends in here.
Yeah, it is.
But I think it's fun hanging out with our friends, but then it's fun to learn something.
Yes.
Our beer episode was really fun.
That was so educational.
And it's we would never go and try a beer.
Mama, no.
No. So I like those ones because I feel we're kind of stepping out of our comfort zone a little bit. And with Dungeons and Dragons, we had to do a lot of research, and the math episode, I don't know. I feel those are fun because we're pushing ourselves a little bit.
I think you're right on that. I think we should do more of those. I don't think we did enough of those.
No, we can definitely do more.
Because again, it's tough to coordinate schedules and whatnot. But I think I love, you and I both love learning. Yeah. And you and I both love hanging out with our friends.
Yes.
And to combine those two in an episode, perfect.
Yeah.
That's all we want.
Yeah. So, roomies, if you are I'm a pro at this, I want to be on a late to party episode.
Yes.
Please
reach out.
Yeah.
That would be, imagine we just get a flooding.
That'd be so fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Different topics and whatnot.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
You don't have to be, we want strangers though?
Sure, that'd be fun.
Randos?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, as long as you're not a serial killer.
Yeah, just don't murder us. But you can come.
In preparing for this episode, I was kind of watching some old clips and just kind of skimming through some of the stuff we've talked about. And you're right, we're so funny. We're so hilarious. Some of the clips, hi Penny.
Hi Penny.
Some of the clips that we've done and posted, I think are just so, I hate to say
comedy?
it. I hate to say it, but we're hilarious. No.
You're welcome.
Yeah, honestly, you should be kind of paying us.
Yeah.
No.
My God.
Just all the bits we do, especially the ones when AJ comes in to do the bits. I think it's so funny.
That was also a super fun addition. Is AJ being more
getting the producer's
active.
mic.
Yeah.
Because
the roomies love you.
When did you get the producer's mic?
I think it was around episode 20.
Oh dang, we did that many?
Yeah, so it was pretty much maybe halfway through.
Yeah.
And then I started including it.
Yeah. I think it was a good choice, good addition.
Because we only had 2 microphones.
Yeah.
And then I had bought a matching one for you guys, and then I had the leftover one. So then I was like, oh, maybe I can use it now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the roommates appreciate that. Yeah, some moments from the last year, I think a one that stands out to me is like having started in that other studio, right, with our setup on the table, and transitioning to this obviously superior space and having the 2 seats. I think it was just like it brought a different energy, right? Because I think in that, I almost feel like that was like our like freshman year doing podcasts, and then now we've kind of graduated to like a more sophisticated space. How do you feel about that?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, it looks like so legit.
This
like,
looks way more professional.
Sometimes I watch our clips and I'm like, how is this us? Like, we are not worthy. Like,
and then when we made the switch to the green curtains, I'm sorry. No.
And this, no, we're not worthy.
We're not worthy. And then I just think we've laughed a lot. And we've kind of cried a lot.
We've cried a lot.
I do like that we tackle some of those heavier topics, and we have a good balance of real life issues that people face daily, and also just some silly, goofy ones. You know that. Yeah, you know?
And I just feel like it just like ties together our whole purpose of it is like we were roommates. These were conversations that we had.
Totally.
And we were just trying to carry over that same energy now.
Yes.
Like with our new roomies, like these are just things that we talk about and we have fun. Like we cry together.
Exactly.
Like, all of the things.
Everything that we've talked about on the pod is exactly what we would have talked about if you had lived with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and the same with the same energy and the same kind of attitude. So sometimes we're sassy, sometimes we're funny, sometimes we're sad. It's like all of the above. And I like, you're right. I like that we've carried that into this space and shared it with our roomies, which is nice. Should we get into the awards?
I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this.
And we'll continue talking about some of this because the awards will cover a lot of the things that we've talked about in the last year.
Can we add like award ceremony music?
Oh, yeah.
I like that we can do things in post.
I know. How cool is that? I'll add it in post.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a solid amount of categories to get through.
And let's just say we were inspired by Las Culturistas on this.
Shout out.
We love that podcast and they do something similar every year. So we're not doing, ours is not as broad. Theirs is, they cover like everything.
Yeah.
Ours is very specific to our pod.
Exactly.
But
But I think if you've listened for the last 52 episodes, you're gonna love these.
And honestly, let us know if we picked the wrong one. If you think,
chime in if you think another nominee should have was robbed.
Yeah, robbed, was snubbed.
All right, so let's get into it. This is the 2024
Roomie Awards. Welcome.
We're
your hosts for the evening.
We have, you have to say, you're Chip.
Oh, I'm Chip.
And I'm Salsa. These are the 2024 Roomie Awards. All right, first category. The Roomie Award for Best Season.
Winter.
Spring.
Summer.
Fall. And the winner is?
Summer! Nothing can beat that summer feeling.
Can beat that Oh, man.
Okay,
congratulations, Summer.
And Roomies, if you can guess which episode that is without looking, like which number episode, which week that was, then you get a special prize.
That's crazy if you know what episode.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know what
And you can't look it up either. No cheating.
Yeah. Congrats, Summer.
Congrats.
We love you, girl.
Now, the nominees for Roomie Award for Best Recurring Episode Series.
Podcast Pals.
6X.
Late to the Party.
5 Fears. And the winner is? 6X! Truly, I think that one is a fan favorite.
It's
right?
a fan favorite.
I think people do enjoy Late to the Party as well.
Yeah.
But I think we just go off on 6'6", man.
I have a long list of icks in my phone.
I be making
Every
lists.
time something gives me the ick, I'm writing it down.
Same.
So I'm good for like the next 6 icks.
You have 60 icks
Probably.
locked and loaded?
Probably.
Perfect. Oh, brother. All right. Now, the nominees for Roomie Award for Most Hilarious Moment.
Spooky Halloween story. The Big Toe.
Boot Barn.
Fist Girl.
And when AJ impersonated JoJo Siwa. And the winner is Fist Girl.
Wow. That took off.
That's a heavy contenders in that category.
Do you remember the Big Toe?
The Big Toe.
Honestly, that was locked away in the vault. I forgot about the big toe.
Big Toe. I think we should, for our next Halloween episode, let's keep the stories going.
Oh, we have to read stories.
I remember editing that and I was like, what the fuck?
How weirdly sexual it was.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think Fist Girl.
Fist Girl, that took off.
Because we did not plan that.
That
was
now
so.
my nickname.
You actually have a tattoo.
Yeah. Surprise! It's a tramp stamp.
It's a tramp stamp. Oh, brother. All right. And now the nominees for Roomie Award for Best New Musical Artist.
Taylor Swift.
Zach Top.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Chapel Roan. And the winner is
Chapel Roan.
How could we?
How could we not?
Yeah. That's like the others also great contenders, but I think you should speak more about this.
No, I mean, she's just NPR Tiny Desk. Watch that and you'll understand.
Yeah. 100%.
Congrats, Chapel.
Chapel, congrats.
If you want to, record a speech and send it in, Chapel will.
If you want to be on this
right
pod,
here. Yeah.
Imagine.
We'll insert it right here, Chapel.
And now the nominees for Roomie Award for Best Podcast Pals Pairing.
Rhaenyra Targaryen and Uncle Iroh.
Hermione Granger and Schmidt.
Paris Geller and Edward Cullen.
Leslie Knope and Princess Buttercup. And the winner is Rhaenyra Targaryen and Uncle Iroh.
I mean, match made in heaven.
Dragons, firebending.
Green tea.
Hermione Granger and Schmidt were wrong.
I think in the end we realized that Rhaenyra could benefit from Uncle Iroh's wisdom.
Yeah.
And also Uncle Iroh could benefit from someone to mentor.
Yeah.
So another person to mentor besides his nephew Zuko. Listen to that episode if you're interested. And now the nominees for Roomie Award for Most Vulnerable Topic.
Skincare.
Health and fitness.
Religion.
Our deepest insecurities. And the winner is
Our deepest insecurities.
That one was tough.
It was tough. I feel like
these were our heaviest topics, right?
I think religion was up there. Like it was kind of neck and neck.
Neck and neck with religion, for sure. But in the end, I think
I felt way more uncomfy recording the insecurities.
Because I think that one we were really opening ourselves up.
Yeah.
To criticism.
Yeah. Well, and the feedback I've gotten so far on the episode. I mean, we just put that one out, but the feedback was like people really appreciated it.
Yeah. I got a message today from one of my coworkers saying every insecurity you had was one that like
really?
It's Leanne, my coworker. Leanne, if you're listening, you said that you related so much to what Hannah was going through.
Yeah.
And I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's like that for something to resonate with someone so deeply, especially for that topic, right? I think that's so real and raw.
Totally. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable for us,
I'm feeling like nervy talking about it now.
Now the nominees for Roomie Award for Best Superpower.
Communicating with animals.
Omnilingualism.
Teleportation.
Accelerated regeneration. And the winner is?
Teleportation.
Obviously. Come on.
It's the most practical.
By a mile, most practical?
Yeah, most practical. Just think about it.
The other ones also, hey.
I mean, communicating with animals.
You would love to speak with your daughters.
There's nothing I would want more.
Imagine if you could talk to Penny.
Every day we say, look, just tell us where you went to or like why you ran away, and we won't tell anybody that you can talk.
Wow. Just like a personal, private conversation with her.
I just want to be like, why did you run away?
That's heavy.
That's it. That's all I want to know. Oh my God. And also, why are you not eating your food when I feed you?
Oh,
well,
Penny.
Does she like it?
We don't know because she's
know.
not talking.
I can't figure it out.
Can't read minds, Penny. And now the nominees for Roomie Award for Most Iconic Line.
Both can be true.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
It's just chicken.
Like we always say. And the winner is?
Like we always say.
Do you know people quote that to me?
Yes, same.
I'm like, oh, you guys are roomies.
And this was hard because we say all of these so much.
So many times
But
we say these things.
Like we always say.
I think iconic.
It's just
too iconic.
Yeah. It's ionic.
It's ionic.
Monday ionic. And now the nominees for Roomie Award for Worst Ick.
The wind.
Is this in like the worst, like how, what is the
Like just like the worst ick.
to have or
Like
like
the ickiest ick.
The ickiest
okay, the ickiest ick.
Yeah. The wind.
Glitter.
Loud cars.
When people use the word adult as a verb. And the winner is?
The wind.
We hate it.
Hater. Leave.
Please.
Please never come
Of
back.
all the weathers,
Bye.
I would rather take like scorching heat.
Snow, even. No.
Snow. Well, actually, if it's just like snow,
Yeah.
right? Like no wind.
Yeah,
But if it's snow,
No, if it's just snow. If it's just snow. But if it's snow.
I'm saying like snow with no wind.
Yeah.
You know, if it's just falling.
If it's anything without wind, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Wind, if you enter the room.
Wind. If we ever see you again, wind, you can't.
On site.
and wind is crazy because it can be added to any of the weathers.
Yeah, it's like an add-on.
It's like extra guac.
Yeah.
But we're not paying for it.
No, we're not paying.
No.
Well, we're paying. My allergies are paying for it.
Remember when you were taken out
Yeah.
well, that was more like the heat, but
The
like,
wind or the fire.
But there were
The wind
and the fires. Yeah.
No.
We hate
Yeah,
it.
and Claritin's expensive.
Dude, Claritin is so expensive.
Is that your preferred?
That's my preferred method.
I'm pretty sure that's like the best one.
And I like the
preferred by
liquid
everyone.
gels, which is like
Oh, that's nice.
add on a couple extra dollars.
Yeah.
But hey, I gotta make it through.
Wind, if you're listening,
We hate
I hate you.
kick rocks. Scram. Our final category.
Okay.
The nominees for Roomie Award for Best Pick.
An everything shower.
Witnessing people's dreams come true.
When you make a room full of people laugh.
Fresh, clean bed sheets. And the winner is?
Fresh, clean bed sheets.
Can you think of anything
Like
better?
we always
Stop it. Stop that. And really, the winner is an everything shower paired
Yes.
with.
Yeah. If we want to get technical. After you've made everybody laugh and you're laying in bed watching someone make it to Hollywood on American Idol.
Okay, imagine this, roomies. You've taken an everything shower. You slip, you kind of just slither, and you're poured into your fresh, clean bed sheets.
Your
after an
hair's
everything
clean.
shower.
You're shaven.
Everything is smooth as butter.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get into bed, you're remembering earlier in the day when you made a room full of people laugh.
Your coworkers. Yeah.
And you know that's tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough audience.
That's a tough one.
And then you're scrolling for a little bit and you see people's dreams coming true on your phone. Is there anything better than that?
That's a dream night.
That's a perfect day and night.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for the 2024 Roomie Awards.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Oh, and to all the nominees, you should be proud of yourself.
It's an honor to be nominated, and we thank you.
We thank you for your service. Roomies, if there's any snubs or if you think someone was robbed, let us know.
Or if you have ideas for categories for next year.
Next time. Yeah. Correct. We will be here next year.
Oh, this is an annual award show.
We should do it during awards season.
Oh my gosh.
No, we can't because actually we have to do it during our anniversary. Yeah. So this is our award season.
The Emmys just happened.
Okay, so it's
kind of in there.
We're kind of in award season.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Roomies, for joining us for these 52 episodes. If you've been here for every episode, give yourself a round of applause because
that's a lot.
That's a lot, and I've known people who started from episode 1, like binged it from episode 1.
Yeah.
And that's no small feat.
Yeah.
Because you're listening to us yap for. I know people who listen to it on 1.5 speed.
Really?
Which is like
that must be insane. Wait. Let's talk really fast right now.
I can't. I don't. My brain doesn't move that fast.
For them, it will be like 2.5. No.
Do you think you still want to do this? You're like, no, actually.
We're just getting started.
Hey, finger guns.
Their finger check marks. Finger check marks.
This is not the end.
I still want to do this.
Okay. Cool.
I want to go on record and say I would still, as much as we talked about how, scheduling can be difficult or the amount of effort and time that we put into this project, this creative outlet, I still want to do it. I think it's something that is, for one, it kind of spices up the week because it's like, this is one thing that I'm looking forward to doing during the week.
Yeah.
And I think it's just something so different. Like I never thought, it's like it's a hobby that is so different from any other hobby.
Yeah.
Right? Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy.
I just think it's so like, it's not like playing a sport or it's not like, I can't even name any other hobbies.
Crocheting.
It's such a very like kind of unique niche hobby.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it.
I know, it's fun.
And I need to start saying more to people when they ask like, what do you do for fun? Oh, well,
I podcast. Yeah.
And would you like to subscribe?
Okay, for real.
Yeah.
This year, merch has to happen.
Please. Yes. We need merch.
Yeah.
I want to wear it and I want people to ask me about it.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, what are you wearing there?
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah.
I want to be a roomie.
And maybe we'll add a little donation button to maybe help get the merch thing get the ball rolling a little bit.
I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah, we can do that maybe through a Patreon or we can just add a little donation link. Maybe just throw us a couple of bones for maybe a year. Make it to a year.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Okay.
Been giving you laughs for a year.
That's true.
Giving you something to listen to.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, roomies.
If you got any spare change for the Roomie Fund.
Roomies be praying about.
Bills are due. Rent's due.
Rent's due. And we're collecting.
Yeah, we're renewing that lease.
We're renewing the lease
100%.
Yeah. So just be praying about, maybe a Patreon subscription
Lift it up.
Lift it up to the Lord. And while you're doing that, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe? Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts.
We're also dropping an album. Our first single is our
what you heard at the beginning of this episode. Yeah. Just give us a follow on the socials, on YouTube, rate us, give us 5 stars, give us a like, subscribe, and we just keep it going, right?
I think we just keep it going. And truthfully, thank you, Roomies, because
honestly,
why would you want to listen to us? I don't know.
For the 20 people who listen to us regularly,
we love each and every one of
truly. There's no one else.
Even the rando in Italy. Hi.
For any of our international.
Wow, ciao. Buongiorno.
For any of our international roomies, bienvenido.
Hola. Ciao. Ni hao. Konnichiwa.
Howdy. Partner. All right, enough.
That's here.
Sorry.
That's not international.
Honestly, though, we could take this on the road.
Oh, should we do a live show?
In Italy?
Italy, we're coming to you.
Our one
roomie.
Yes.
No, truly, if you are a regular listener, thank you so much. We really don't do it for we do it for ourselves.
Yeah.
But really, we do it for the people who we know will
Yeah.
enjoy the pod. And I know several people who they listen to this like on their way to work. They'll just put it on. That'll be their Friday drive.
Isn't it crazy that we like kind of keep people company?
Yeah, it's like
sometimes that makes me cry when I think about it too much. Like people choose to have us on while they're working.
Yeah.
To help them get through their day.
No, yeah, while they're working, while they're driving to work, while they're washing the dishes.
Yeah.
It's like a bizarre kind of thing.
It's crazy.
That like are we
because I have podcasts that do that for me.
Yeah.
And I feel so strongly about those podcasts where I'm like, you keep me company in these times where like I'm doing something that I don't really want to do. But we're that for people.
I never thought.
That's crazy.
I mean, are we famous? Are we celebrities?
No.
No.
No, not yet.
Roomies, thank you for a year of fun. We're gonna get into this cake right now.
Oh, I cannot. I'm just staring at it.
We're gonna sign off.
Yeah.
We're gonna sign off now. We're gonna have our celebratory 1-year cake.
We'll take a pic of us eating it.
Oh yeah, and we'll post that from Whole Foods if anyone is interested.
They're discontinuing it. So
that's what we heard.
That's what we heard.
But if you're interested in a really great cake, it's the berry chantilly cake from Whole Foods. This 6-inch cake was $30.
So we're eating every inch.
Well, until next time, until next year. I mean, like, because it's gonna be the next a new year of podcasting. Yeah. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Bye. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Get me out of this. I'm sweating.
Get me the out of this salsa costume. What the
Sorry. That was heavy. That was a heavy mic.
Guys,
we did it.
I feel emotional.